Okay, so let's do some more 30, 60, 90s, and I'm going to leave this here on the side for us as well. Okay, what we know about 30, 60, 90 is it always has the same relationship between the three sides. So this one right here, let's just rewrite, because sometimes I feel like we get stuck about how this relates, and it's kind of flipped upside down. So across from the 30 is the 3, so this side is x. Across from the 60 degrees is x radical 3, and on the hypotenuse is always 2x. Okay, let's use that to solve. It's actually the simplest one because we already have x, so we're just going to evaluate it and put it into here and into there. So this one should be 2, 3, which makes this side 6, and this side should be 3 radical 3. And we don't even have to multiply because one's a radical and one's not. So this final answer is 3, 3 radical 3, and 6. Okay, so the exact same thing right here. This side is equal to the x square root of 3 side. Here's the 2x side, here's the x side. Okay, let's solve it. We know these two are equal to each other. You might already be able to see that 5 equals x, but let's just prove it as well by setting it, setting it equal to each other. So we know that x radical 3 equals 5 radical 3. We need to get x by itself. And it's nice. And we see everything cancel out, and we get x is 5. So let's put that on the x side. Here's the 5. And then we just take whatever x is and plug it in here. 2 times x instead. There we are. So this side is 5, 10, and 5 radical 3. Alright, next one. Oh, this one's easy too. Okay. We have right there, it's a 9. That's x. So this is just going to be 18, 9 radical 3. Yeah, that one way too fast. Look again at the first example. Alright, the next one is like the last one we did. This side right here is the x radical 3 side. Okay, so we write 14 radical 3 equals x radical 3. We should already be able to see that it's going to be 14, but let me solve it the long way. Okay, 14 equals x. Once we have x, it's pretty straightforward, just double it to get y. Alright, so this is actually the Explore problems for Thursday, so hopefully that helps. I want to do another one just because sometimes I think those are not the ones we're stuck on. Let me do this example here. Alright, so this is 60, this is 30, and I'm going to tell you right here that this side is 9 square root 3. Alright, so where I think some people are getting confused is this side is the 2x side, this is the x radical 3 side, and this is x. So actually, even though it has the radical 3, that doesn't make it this side. We know whatever is the hypotenuse is the 2x, so just because this is written here, we still have to solve for x using that it's twice as large as this. Having a radical there can look confusing because of this relationship, but it's just a value. So just ignore that. We know that this down here has to be half as much. So if we know it's half as much, because we could write this equation, divide by 2, and we get 4.5 radical 3 equals x. Okay, so this side now is 4.5 radical 3. Alright, once we have x, we know we take whatever x is and we multiply it by the radical 3. So let's just write that here. So we take whatever x is, multiply by radical 3. So here's x. I'm going to multiply by radical 3. These two multiplied, let's do all the steps, is radical 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So 4.5